Do you remember this music? It was our happy little beginning of game music. It's also, I think, the free time music. Hey, welcome back. It
does sound like free time. Hey, welcome back. I'm mad.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Makoto got dumped last time. You know what I'm saying?
The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area.
Say, not as bad as when I got dumped by Toko.
It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world.
It's not that big.
Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege.
It has been a hot minute since I've heard this text.
They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year.
Wow.
It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are 2 things you need to attend this school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself.
Okay.
And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me.
That was so long ago.
What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now?
I don't know.
It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What, you doing alright?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck is going on? Good.
There you go. Okay.
Finally.
Look at that little Monokuma bomb.
Do you know what that is?
That from the opening sequence.
It's from the opening, yeah.
I was wondering the other day if that has any significance to the plot or if that's even relevant to the game. Or sequels,
it is.
Maybe, if...
I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream.
Sayaka?
What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high across all the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in.
Yep.
But that was just the beginning of my problems.
You and me both.
I had to pee. Was I gonna be stuck in there until I wasted away and died?
It's kind of the idea.
No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me.
Yeah, I'll never forget Junko's sacrifice.
I remembered all too well what had happened.
Oh yeah.
All 3 egos saved me.
I didn't have time to properly appreciate how kind that was, but...
And he used up the last little bit of his strength. We have no basis for that claim.
I was about to say, you have no idea.
So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there.
Well, maybe the door. Actually, let's look at stuff.
That's a rocket and a tank. I'd better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Where the freak did that tank come from?
Wasn't it part of...
No. I don't think anybody's execution had a tank. This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me.
Cool. Was there something over here? There's like a whale tail. See that? Part of like a plane?
Yeah, I think it's a plane. Is that an airplane?
Not my proudest moment.
How'd something like that wind up at the school's garbage pit? There's just a whale down here. Rattle, rattle. It's locked.
Dang, what a shock.
Rattle, rattle. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge.
Maybe you should kick
Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon,
might as well make it home. Tidy up around here.
I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water.
It's all rotten.
How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are all around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up. Because
I know we'll get out of here.
Because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was...
give up.
Go to sleep.
Oh my gosh.
My sleep was deep and uninterrupted.
Yeah, what's gonna interrupt you?
That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink.
I wake up, I'm so thirsty.
I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. All I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly.
It was trash.
Good crunch!
A crunch? Oh no.
What the?
What is that?
Strange sound pierced my silent isolation,
Oh.
jarring me awake.
Just trash. Somebody's gonna leave you stuff in there,
As
though.
I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been that fell down from up above down there?
The airplane? Wait, I got it. But after that, did you just say it jostled like somebody came to get me?
Did a giant piece of trash... I carefully stretched my
Sorry.
hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude.
Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
She got the magic key.
Here it comes. Another meme.
It smells awful.
What does that say? Cup bucket?
I don't know, it's just cup noodle.
Go Kubit.
Kyoko!
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected.
Noodle hair Kyoko. Ramen hair Kyoko is a meme. What are you doing here?
So,
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you.
I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
hey,
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished.
It's justice! Thank you!
Rips off the mask to
To be
reveal
safe.
Monokuma.
I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. You know, how food does. Whoa, that really hit the spot! Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going.
2 rolls and a bottle of water.
I mean, if you haven't eaten in a while, you're not supposed to, like, gorge yourself.
It's definitely good. And so you still haven't given up then?
Of course not! After something,
You got to keep going forward.
The fact that
all
I
I'm
keep
good at.
moving forward is pretty much all I knew it would happen. I had to fix it.
We're green.
It's not such a bad thing to be good at, says Kyoko. My
Said
bad.
Makoto, I think.
No, it was Kyoko.
Oh, I guess I talked to you again, huh?
But Kyoko,
Yep.
why'd you come to rescue me?
I've learned this
So-
game. To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone.
Atone?
you.
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything.
Yup, definitely didn't do that. Nope,
Definitely
wasn't my first choice.
Did not bang Hina.
So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you.
Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. You just left me to die.
No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However,
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost.
Why did you have to survive?
Way
No matter
harder
the
than
cost.
it's true.
What?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. No but. No, like, after we're out of here or something. The reason I have to survive
In other words,
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do.
Which is murder everyone.
Graduate with top grades. I made up my mind to come to Hope Speak Academy for one very important reason.
Do you have some reason, very important, for coming to Hope's Peak?
indeed.
That's right, at least I did once.
Once.
Until recently, I had forgotten what it was.
You forgot, but that's...
Exactly what you said. I have no memory of what my purpose was.
No memory, that's impossible.
Okay.
Then, is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school?
The first thing, you're talking about when we fainted, right? Oh my gosh, I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped
That's
here.
right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up,
You're
I
making me
noticed
do it,
a
man.
strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem.
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was.
But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Drugs.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too
Don't
convenient.
do drugs. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory, because that's possible.
But why? It's anime. Why would they want to do that?
There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow, they would interfere with the mastermind's plans.
I mean, like, you look at, we have a serial killer in the group, we have all these crazy executions, we have Monokumas springing up everywhere, but sure.
somebody
Sure.
who very
Amnesia. That's the
somebody who
stealing
would've-
someone's memory is the cutoff.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Anime.
You know what they say.
So the mastermind just stole them from you? Well, they should give them
However-
back.
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. You killed everyone the last time, which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself.
Wait,
this
what do you
whole
mean the
time.
last time?
The tragedy, the most horrible, awful, tragic, sad, despairing,
The
hopeless,
biggest,
sad
most
event.
awful, most tragic event in human history.
That's what I said. That's why I've been investigating by myself.
If what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance the mastermind is actually one of us. Like Sayaka.
What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right?
Mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me.
But why me?
Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition. Aw, it's like Sayaka. But
I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind. Hoo. I understand. Oh.
I should understand everything.
tell him, Naegi.
My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Then we can end up with Hina.
Good. Well, now we can end up with Kyoko, too. Or Toko, I guess. It's just like the dream I had before.
Not
but
if she explodes or something.
I don't remember what the exact wording is. Someone will tell us in the comments. Why did that just happen? Maybe. Unless people don't comment.
The sad thing, I feel like Toko could have taken her own life after getting rejected by Byakuya.
That's fair.
Based off of how they portray her.
listen.
Or they could have killed her to keep Genocide Jack under control.
But if they killed her, a class trial would have happened. And that was the last
Even
class trial.
after years.
Yeah.
Set her up to die. Don't actually kill her.
There you go.
Just like restrict her food supply or something. Sorry, that's horrible.
I think Monokuma would still count that anyways.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I never... Correct. Shut up. Say your lines entirely or don't say them at all. I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced.
Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality.
Let's talk to her again.
Yeah. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. Are you gonna tell me?
You mentioned your ability.
My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Yo! I mean, who wouldn't call it
Yeah,
at
no,
this point,
by
right?
like chapter 2, people are like... I literally forget that it's a secret. Like, I almost said it like 4 or 5 times on this playthrough just because it's so obvious.
I would have, yeah, like...
The ultimate detective?
correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school.
Was it me? You had to find someone? Who?
So,
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
The headmaster! This is a lot of Makoto just repeating words.
Yeah.
Why did you want to find the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy?
Because he's my What?
What?
Excuse me?
What?
That was not the time to introduce the
What?
daddy issues plotline.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's good. What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak.
Kyoko's dad? Is Hope's Peak headmaster? So I could have just asked him this whole time? Then that explains.
Can I have your daughter's hand in marriage?
When Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved.
I'll find a way.
I
No matter what it takes, I will find that
Yeah, remember that
headmaster.
freak out?
Yeah, I kind of just assumed. I knew she had some kind of backstory.
That was like chapter 3. So she knew
Yeah.
from chapter 3
Yeah.
headmaster was Daddy-O.
No matter the cost.
so
What's going on?
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when you said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
Well, that makes sense.
However,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. We are not together. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room.
Then what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there.
You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. Cause yeah, that's...
But why there?
Yeah, what? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Go to the second floor of the dorms.
Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. So yes, I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Ooh, some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room.
So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors.
This is a lot of exposition, but it's exposition.
Yeah.
What was it like, that part of the school, I mean?
It's hard to describe. All I can say is...
I...
Well, when I saw it, I realized I've been there before. Oh. Whatever's going on in school, more horrific than for matches. So horrific that it's making me yawn. Sorry if you're yawning watching this.
Yeah. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself.
See for myself?
And I'm sure that you'll get your chance soon enough.
My chance? It sounds like it must be important and really ominous.
Yeah, can't you just open the door? Let's talk to her again.
However...
Of course, well, there are no more cameras and monitors. I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building.
It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th, doesn't it?
Was she just chilling up in the second floor?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I
So
know
it
wasn't you either.
doesn't explain, but I wonder, did she go back to her own room to sleep with the key? Or did she just chill in the second floor of the dorms and just sleep there? Like, there was no camera.
It's true.
I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
Anyway.
It was Sayaka. What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed.
Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Eliminate you?
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial.
The class trial? It was?
The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly.
You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly.
No restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
Oh. They couldn't get mad at her.
In other words...
What? My back
I'm
itches.
so sorry that I just keep yawning.
It's okay. I do too.
I'm
so
right in the peak of like yawn.
I'm also
time.
sorry that the green screen is just fighting us. It really is.
Yeah.
I keep trying to fix it though.
Not going to move. The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in.
Can't move.
Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it.
Mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Which would help my theory that it's a student.
Hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What's that?
There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto.
Me? I could have become the victim? It really is just him repeating.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Let's flash back.
Do you
Let's
mean-
flash back. Let's go! I hate this
During
image.
the night?
Fills me with so much anger.
Why?
Because I've seen it too much. It's not very nice to look at anymore. I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death.
Wait, Kyoko, what?
Hero, stop!
What?
I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases
I
just
don't
like
even know if this is a translation thing. I think she just
Anyway.
is saying this.
Anyway, which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell.
Took it down.
And I saw a white shadow cross the corridor.
It can't be a white shadow. Shadows are dark.
I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. I said, oh, it must have been Makoto.
correct.
I ran into your room and saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course. How so? Can you tell me how?
However...
Yeah, I don't know.
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead. It was Mukuro.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me.
So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think.
But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? Mastermind wanted to use a class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed a class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your dorm, in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction.
So what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
The one who's been cornered?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity.
The mastermind's identity?
The identity of the other ultimate despair. Come on, Kyoko. Where did she get that term from? Did she explain that?
She hasn't explained that. The other ultimate despair?
There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
You're talking about
That's right.
What happened a year ago?
the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever
biggest, most
responsible
awful.
for that. They're the ultimate despair?
It would seem.
That despicable group, whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
Then they're
Indeed.
ultimate despair?
Make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. Money! The root of all evil. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Wow. Pain of a junk food junkie. Why is it called that?
I don't know.
I think it's a hint that junkie is the mastermind. Little Miss First to Die.
First of all, Sayaka was the first to die, okay? Let's get it straight.
Didn't Junko get killed first?
No, because Sayaka died, and then Monokuma was like, everybody's gonna solve a murder! And then Junko's like, I don't wanna solve a murder! And then he killed her.
But I thought Makoto didn't hear the body discovery announcement until the second chapter.
Correct, because you passed out before 3 people saw the first body, but the first body was Sayaka.
But wouldn't we have heard... I guess maybe it doesn't apply if Monokuma just does it himself.
Also,
It's
yeah,
no
we'll just
secret
keep
if
going a
everybody
little
sees
bit,
it.
because I got time, and it's getting good, and I don't want to just cut off right here. That being said, we could talk about this off camera. It might be worth recording longer on Friday and just trying to finish.
Dope.
Because it's a long chapter, but it's not too long, I don't think. The ultimate despair! A group of people who caused a tragedy 1 year ago.
Also, do we know that it's a group of people?
Well, it's at least 2.
Fair enough.
Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world.
That might have been something Alter Ego found out too in the computer, like a group of people.
That's possible.
There's the ultimate despair. That's my impression.
The most desperately awful group of people ever. My impression of Chihiro is just my attempt to do a Chihiro voice. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed.
No, it hasn't. Hey, let's talk to Kyoko again.
But right now,
Anyway.
I need to make out
Right
with
now,
Kyoko.
we have to get out of this horrible place.
That's what I said.
Somewhere more private. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after we make out.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's talk.
All right. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing?
Your
Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmasters or what?
tongue.
Indeed.
Of course I do. No, of course not, you freaking nerd.
Oh my gosh.
It's an absolutely vital thing to something that Matt covered.
Ensnaring the
with other parts of
mastermind.
Would never be a part of. Would never part with it. And it can open. Maybe we should just keep it.
And
on
it
the
can
screen.
open any door in the school. Yeah, fine.
That's right.
Fine, hold on. Yeah, I mean, keep going,
There's
but like,
technical difficulties.
there, now it's
Oh.
bigger. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right?
Yes. Just to be safe.
Kyoko, do you still have that one thing?
Alright, let's
You've
go
got that one thing. I'm
Let's
getting cut
go.
off, and that's bad.
Toko, 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 till we see.
Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right? That key?
It's true.
Let's find out.
That key of yours. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design, slid it into the keyhole.
Question: don't they incinerate all the trash?
Yeah, I don't know. I am assuming the incinerator. I don't know.
All right, cool. Just
And then,
might be a little plot hole, unless I'm.
well, you will see. It makes sense.
Yes, it
It's just-
opened.
I think the incinerator is connected above it.
Fair.
And now we can get. Oh,
No, we got here. Let's go.
sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. I also just didn't want an entire episode of us talking to Kyoko downstairs. You know,
That's fair.
like I wanted to get somewhere. We were
Well,
finally free.
Now that we're free, we'll see you next time.
No, there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief because the real fight had just begun.
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6, ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death.
Come on.
Deadly life. There's no daily life. We're in the deadly life already.
Get a thesaurus. Like, learn a
Oh,
new
if you hate
adjective.
the word ultimate, just you wait, sir. Despair, hope. There's that. I told you about the group
Next.
that does the playthrough of it where they take a shot every time it has the ... They also do it for every hope and every despair.
Yeah, that'll kill
So
you by
it
the
gets
end
ya.
of the second chapter.
After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. Or like a tunnel. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel.
Like a staircase, but flat.
We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface.
Oh? Oh? We're just full screening it real quick.
That's all.
Glad
Kyoko
we're of-
fine, boy.
Glad we're of one mind on this.
Kyoko fine, af. The ladder was impossibly long, I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness.
I'm getting ready to do the same.
Okay, wow. Wow. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
Oh, whoops, I slipped underneath you. I'll be careful.
I caught myself, but I'm behind you now, so you just keep climbing
You
and
just
don't
keep
look
going,
down,
I'll catch
okay?
up. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So,
Kyoko, come here often?
Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? Watch it never go back to the red screen now that we've done it this way.
What do you mean?
Like, watch the green screen never show up again.
People can't tell what we're doing.
Yeah.
How long?
Basically, we're just not
So-
seeing as much.
Ever since I can remember, which was like 3 chapters ago.
Yeah, right?
I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood.
I think it's implied that she's getting her memory back, though.
There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way.
Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us.
Huh, but how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it.
Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow.
Light?
We represent neither justice nor evil. That is
Justice.
how we can uncover the absolute truth.
The absolute truth?
We stand neutral in all things. And to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort
I've
to
done
conceal
it.
our existence. Ah, there it is. A conscious effort.
A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we know what we must do to protect it. We do what we must to protect it. Because like I said, it's our source of pride.
Pride. So that explains... Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
Cool.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride.
Wow, it's pretty lame.
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school.
Your dad's the headmaster! Like, I just thought of that. I've seen this game a lot. You have to reveal nothing. Your dad knows who you are, anyways.
You'd have to be the ultimate something, and she
Yeah,
probably
they would
doesn't
have to.
fit.
They'd have to out it as that. Yeah.
I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
what?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to
Having
reconnect
fun?
with my father. Yeah, I'm holding it upside down again.
Yeah, it's what he does. Huh?
It's a hard game to play.
But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Like, to talk about.
You miss Toko, don't you? Daniel, look what you've done. You fix it this time.
You guys give me a high five instead while I fix it. Whoops. Awesome.
Wow.
Thanks.
We look really pale when we do
Yeah.
it this way, but no.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though.
What?
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What the heck?
I itched my nose. It was too much.
What is
What
it?
is it?
So,
I want to sever all ties with him. Then why'd you come to the school?
Yeah, to tell him that she doesn't want to talk. Sever? I've never heard that word.
The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. You know, like a detective is. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future,
however,
but he had no interest in detective work.
No interest.
So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and as young as I was, he left me behind.
I'm sure there was a reason
Yeah,
for
now's
that.
not the time to be burping.
I'm sorry. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me, because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name, so every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective.
I was above Kyoko on the ladder, which was really unfortunate, so I wasn't
Yeah.
able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell.
If you were under her, you couldn't see it either. It's not like you're...
Yeah, no, that's fair. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self,
She was telling me a lot more.
she was more talkative. Yeah. And more emotional. Ugh, women.
Am I right? I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
There's one thing that I can never forgive.
Really?
so...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
But detectives are neither light nor shadow. That's
true.
why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, I need a new last name. So Makoto, would you help me
Hi,
with that?
Makoto.
I need to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt that he forgot about me years ago.
But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Is blood really enough to call someone family?
Only connected by blood, not by heart and is he literally repeating it? Okay, it's fine. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I dropped that booty low on her face.
Hey Kyoko, wanna see what I can do?
Where are you going with this?
I was going to make I'm the ultimate, and then I was trying to think of which one to... Which
I see.
style of dance I wanted to go with.
I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top.
Finally.
Look at the top of this ladder.
That's a long ladder. If you can have that entire conversation.
Yeah, no, it's a long ladder. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us.
We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I do remember that. That's funny. I unlocked it earlier, so it should be open. It should open without much trouble. Then why didn't you just come down the ladder? Why'd you jump into the garbage
Yeah,
bag?
no, that's a good point too. Oh, well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch.
Then I put my left hand in and I shook it all about. You know, I used to be addicted to the hokey pokey. And then I turned myself around. Ah, the hatch opened with ease, and so we got redder.
Looks like we're back.
Whew.
What are you doing?
I mean, it works.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted.
I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Time to make out. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you.
No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. You know, that second time when you didn't kill me.
So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out,
Aren't there cameras in here?
and I'm worried about you too, you helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried?
Why does the green screen hate us? Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer.
in other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. What? No, don't do that! It was punishment time.
Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out, and it's not like we can run away.
As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now?
Pretty much. Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. You mean we're not gonna make out? Oh.
Because...
The mastermind is the one that's ensnared.
The mastermind is ensnared.
I didn't know he played the drums.
You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death.
Oh, that's awkward.
There was a moment when the mastermind let their guard down.
There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations.
I'm still super uneasy about this.
Which is a point, you don't have another choice.
But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Nope.
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we
Pumping
go?
that iron, let's get going.
All right.
Yep, I
I think
figured.
this is it. Yeah, I think this is gonna have to be it because I got class in 20 minutes. and we got business going down. You know what? I'm gonna do myself a favor.
What?
Instead of zooming in, I'm gonna zoom us in. Wow, we're so big.
Look at this.
Look at your see-through hair and my see-through shirt.
There we go. I
What do you think?
fixed it. Mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Okay, let me rephrase it. That's just my default for the last couple chapters.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm intrigued.
I think that this is a satisfying mystery, but I think of the 3 games, it is the least satisfying.
Okay.
Just not least satisfying. It's just like the
I'm going to take that to mean that the mastermind is a character we already know, and they're not.
I'm not gonna say anything.
No, but I think that that's what I'm inferring.
Okay.
From what you said, that it's satisfying in some degree. I think it's. I don't know.
I like it. It does set up the rest of the series. So
We just went. Today, the episode that got uploaded today is the one where Byakuya takes us into the archive for the first time. And in that episode, he makes a very big point when he's like, there's a lot of people pulling the strings to run the world.
yeah.
I want to know if he knows anything. Because I don't think it's not him. It could be him. He could just have been bored and been like, man, let's make this school
Let's make a game. That's why he keeps making it more interesting.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I tried my best.
You gotta ask nicely.
Big hand.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
I am. You can't even see me
I
anymore.
do think in the next episode we probably won't finish. I mean, in the next recording session we probably won't finish.
But there's a few more episodes.
There's a good chunk left. I would say there's about, give or take, 3 to 4 hours of game left.
All right.
Give or take.
Maybe like what, 5 or 6 episodes?
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
And then all the bonus episodes will go up on Tuesday, Thursday,
Oh,
and the next playthrough will start.
lovely.
But we'll get there when we get there. Thanks for watching Chapter 6. The ultimate. Something.
Ultimate. I think that's what it was called.
Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's gonna be so loud. I'm gonna hate it. Why?